Coming up next, it's a heavyweight collision between Błachowicz and Jon Jones. All right, so here he is, UFC light heavyweight champion ×2. Future Hall of Famer, a man you know as well as anyone, DC, Johnny Bones Jones.
Jon Jones is one of those talents that when you see him for the first time, you understand that he is something special. He has a very strong mind, unbelievable skill set, and an ability to rise to the occasion. He did it from the moment he first stepped into the octagon as a very young fighter to his long championship reign. Some of the victims on Jon Jones' resume is unbelievable to have beaten that many UFC champions over the course of his career. Jon Jones truly is one of the greatest martial artists of all time.
Skill for skill, one of the best fighters you will ever see, and very loyal when it comes to his team. He has been with Mike Winkeljohn and Greg Jackson since day one. Jon Jones trying to add to arguably the greatest mixed martial arts legacy the sport has ever seen here now tonight. Well, this is truly an 8-point striker, DC, a Muay Thai practitioner, making the walk to the octagon yet again here tonight.
I love the way he stands high on his toes whenever he's approaching. The hands are high, not always close. They're just up and high. He's bouncing on that back foot, and everything he throws has no load up. The outside leg kick is truly something special. He will brutalize you with the leg kick, and the moment you start to switch your stance, he will go across to the opposite side to beat that leg up. Then you get desperate. You start trying to grab it. That's when you start to run into the knees. You start to run into the elbows. He's just the most brutal guy that we've seen in the UFC for a long time.
And at last check, there are no gloves or any padding on the feet or the knees.
Nothing to protect you.
Caution, flammable. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. 4 years, the difference in age between these two fighters, with similar height and some differences in reach. Let's get it started. Here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter holding a professional record of 28 wins, 8 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Warsaw, Poland, Jon Błachowicz. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready. Ready to fight.
All right, so here we go with the start of this fight. I'm anxious, man. What a matchup it is, and it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be interesting to see who has the upper hand early.
It's going to be difficult to find out how this plays out, right? Striker versus well-rounded fighter. Who's going to be the one that's going to control where this fight takes place?
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Oh, nice connection there by Jon Jones, and he is fighting with a definite killer instinct here tonight, DC.
And you have to have it, because the target's always on you.
All right, so there's the early takedown. Pretty evident, DC, that he wants to get this fight to the ground, and he was certainly able to do so there.
He felt like he had a massive advantage in the wrestling, and if he attempted takedowns, he would secure him. Let's see what he does from this position.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, working inside the closed guard now. All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's gonna stop this thing.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, He needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there. Takes the back, now going for the rear naked choke.
He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked. Oh, now he's in trouble.
There is the tap. So he submits courtesy of the rear naked choke. That guy's got a squeeze on.
He does a great job securing the position, getting under the neck, and then hiding his hands in order to get the finish. Fantastic performance by this fighter.
Holy smokes!
Well, yeah, so the work in the gym pays off here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Gorgeous setup on the choke, and I think even better execution down the stretch. Clearly, it was sunk in deep. His opponent had no choice but to tap or take a nap. In this case, he chose to tap out. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has gone stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 50 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, John
All right, so there he is, all smiles, and rightfully so after he gets the job done by submission tonight. You told me off the air before the fight that he was going to submit him, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. And his opponent is known to lay in the guard. He made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.